crash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yacht, dash. Honey yacht, dash. Honey yacht, dash. Honey yacht, dash. Honey yacht, dash.
Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game.
Gordon's got the ground game. It's the coach. This is the 2020.
Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Washington Redskins and our home team. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141 and a half. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. On first down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit. And
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaked.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Trubisky to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. 4th down. Here's Trubisky. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They go play action. Trubisky finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Out of the gun, Trubisky gets it to Gordon. Powerful running. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 at the 19. No gain on the dump-off. It's 2nd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and build the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Caught by Allen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Trubisky to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's got Thompson here, complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. He's by himself. Keenan Allen, the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Interesting stat line right now. And technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Caught by Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Haskins to throw it. This one complete to Jordan Reed. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Let's go! Let's go!
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Haskins, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now it's Haskins. It's caught. Jones.
Here we go.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Looking to throw, Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Here's Haskins. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Haskins will throw.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. He's got it to Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 15 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now Haskins. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Washington Redskins and our home team. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Check it out! 180! Good. Watch the run! Watch the run!
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Trubisky. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On first down, it's Haskins. He'll get this one. To Zay Jones. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
It's a first down and more for Gordon. takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Trubisky will throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Haskins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Trubisky under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Montez Sweat, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Haskins back to the air, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Haskins going to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on 1st down, Haskins got an open man. It's Harmon. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Haskins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. The Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Throwing here, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's Williams. Williams loses the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Being chased out left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From the 45 on second down, Trubisky. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Allen's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 35.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Not just a matter of laying the ball out there.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is taken at about the 14. 49-yard punt.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because
now Trubisky lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got it complete to Thompson. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. On second down, it's Thompson, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They run with Thompson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
4th down, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So here's Haskins and the Redskins. Down 17-13, a little under a minute to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thompson. They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Haskins.
And remember, field goal does him no good in this situation.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the tides have turned. Now all eyes shift to the Chargers, trailing by a field goal. A little over 20 seconds to go. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Single.
One last shot for Trubisky. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together.
Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm copy, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me,